Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In this video today, we are going to be talking EAFC and the meta. So, well, pretty nice goal. That's a pretty good goal to show to start off talking about the meta. We're going to be discussing all the things that are really good on the game, all the things that I think maybe are bad, underpowered, and yeah, just a bit of general talking about what I think works right now and what you should be doing to get more wins during team of the season. So, to start with, we'll just talk about like tactics, formations, things like that. I don't think at this point of the game there's a particular formation that stands out for me that's like if you do not use this, you're severely handicapping yourself. It's the best by far. And there's definitely some formations that play better than others. Um, some of my favourites are 4-4-2, 4-3-2-1. I do like 3-5-2. I think maybe you make it a bit harder for yourself because of the defending. But I think, generally speaking, the game is fairly balanced in the formations that you can, for the most part, probably switch your formation based on one you like. As long as you have reasonable tactics and player instructions, you can probably make it work. Now, looking at keepers for the most part, fairly balanced. I think on corners, they struggle a bit. Sometimes they just miss the ball. Sometimes they're great. I think that there is issues with them dealing with crosses, so I think that makes crosses a bit better. I think rushing them out is a bit OP at times. Sometimes they just lock onto the ball perfectly. I think keepers though are in an okay state. There obviously isn't any keeper play styles really for us to talk about. There is play styles for keepers, but none that I would say are like, yeah, you need to have that really. In terms of defensive play styles, getting to defenders, anticipate is pretty easily the best in my opinion. I think it's very, very good. It's pretty dominant. It makes a huge difference when making tackles. Are you sick to death of getting out teamed on FC24? Want that God squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out IGGM.com today. The best and most reliable place to get coins for your ultimate team. Use the link in the description and code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out IGGM.com today. I think intercept and block are also pretty good. I feel like jockey was pretty good, but I feel like now I barely even notice it on players who've got it. But anticipate stands out head and shoulders above any others for me. I think the aerial's great as an attacking threat on corners. Obviously for attackers who just you can cross it to as well, like Drogba. Drogba's one of the most popular players on the game right now. He's 94 goal, so he's very, very good. I think defenders, it's very nice to have them. Four corners, but furthermore, I don't know how he tackled me there, by the way. Furthermore, a lot of people are starting to use some bigger players. There's actually, at the start of the game, big players tend to be very clunky, and the things that they're good at, there's so many weaknesses on top. How did that miss, by the way? Whereas at this point in the game, now you are starting to get some big men, players like Drogba, players like Crouch, who, whilst they're not perfect in every area, they're actually pretty good on the ball. They're very quick. Players like this are actually a bit more usable. So now defenders who can actually defend these players in the air, they actually start to matter a bit more, in my opinion. So yeah, those are some of the meta I'd say around defending. I think defending in terms of the meta right now, and you can use this advice to break it down, is it's quite easy to score goals on the counter attack on the transition. But if you play someone good and that you don't attack quick enough and they get men behind the ball, it's very hard to break them down. So if you can break quickly, I would. I wouldn't be forcing the ball, just giving it away cheaply. But generally speaking, in my opinion, it is the best way to break someone down is to attack quick and counter attack if it opens up at all. Defending on this game is a bit too easy. I think it's a bit more. The game is a bit too slanted towards defending when you get two very good players. The only way to really score is you have to do some dumb stuff, to be honest. But good finish there by Bobby Chan. We'll pretend it wasn't 45th minute. But yeah, that's how I see defending right now. Midfielders at this point of the game, I think that generally speaking, when it comes to midfielders, the best ones tend to be the fairly big ones who can do a bit of everything. There are some brilliant smaller ones like Patelas, Xavi, Stanway. They're definitely usable and very good on the game. I think they're, like I say, big midfielders who do everything. That is big on the game. Physicality is important. Pace is important. The biggest play styles for me when it comes to midfielders would be things like pinged pass, long pass. I think those are the two best passing play styles. Incisive pass isn't bad. Relentless is fairly useful because then they run a lot. Finesse is pretty good to give you an attacking threat from deep. Tiki taka useful but not essential. I find if players have like high 90s passing, they can pretty much play first time passes without tiki taka. Whereas if they have high 90s passing but no long ball, they can still play them, but they're a lot more inconsistent. So take what you will from that. Defensive play style is pretty useful in midfield. I think the best defensive play style in the midfield would be intercept. I mean, intercept's very good. I mean, at this point in the game, if you don't have midfielders who can be at least somewhat of an attacking threat, you are definitely handicapping yourself, making it very hard to beat people. So you don't want to make it any harder with that. You definitely need to, I find on this game, play out wide a lot. If you don't play out wide on this game, and only play through the middle, you're going to have a horrible time against anyone remotely good. They'll just read it constantly, and you just won't get much space, to be fair. So bear that in mind. You don't want to be giving the ball away every time you attack. So you definitely need, I don't know what Chavi's doing there. You definitely need to be able to play out wide and get some width. So bear in mind that with your instructions formation. When it comes to attackers, I think the best play style fairly comfortably in the game across any position, to be honest, is finesse. Finesse in the box basically allows you to have very easy finishing, and outside the box gives you a very good threat. If you have finesse, I don't have any in my team right now, and I honestly do miss it quite a bit. I should get it back in my team. That goal's stupid, by the way. Watch this goal back. This goal here is part of the meta right now. Crossing it into a big man with whip pass and then just knocking it down and scoring. That is a stupid thing on the game. It's very hard to defend it. That reminds me, I did forget. Whipped pass, very meta, very good. If you do not have whip pass on your fullbacks who are overlapping, you're massively handicapping yourself because you get so many free goals with whip pass. That's one of the best. If I'd say the top three playstyles of the game, I'd probably say finesse, anticipate, and then probably whipped pass. I think in that order. You can obviously debate that between yourselves in the comments if you want, but whip pass is very OP and makes crossing so much better. Quick step, very good as well. Attackers who have quick step definitely can catch people out. I'd say finesse, quick step, then rapid would be my favourites. For attackers, I do think you can play quite a variety. You can have big men who aren't the best on the ball, but can still got a lot of good stuff about them. As I think 5-star weak foot is much more important this year than skill moves. It's very rare I play anybody that I play and I'm like, yeah, I really struggle to deal with their 5-star skills. I think 5-star weak foot though just means everything's going to be way more consistent. You're going to be less predictable. So that's definitely something to bear in mind. I wouldn't really use an attack without 5-star weak foot at this point. They'd have to be absolutely insane at everything for me to consider them. So yeah, that's a big deal for me. I think finesses are good anyway in the box, and they're probably the best shot type in general. I think when it comes to attackers, you obviously want high finishing, shot power, good pace, good on the ball. Aerial players are definitely useful at this point. I don't mean aerials in the play style. I mean players who can be good in the air. Makes a big difference. I get a lot of free goals out of my crossing. Whip pass combines well with that. Is there a specific meta in terms of how to play? I think cutbacks going out wide are still very good. I think long shots with finesse plus are good. Driven passes are very good. A lot of these different things really. Hopefully that's giving you some insight into what I like on the game right now. Do let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate that. As always, keep it spicy. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.